As I'm writing this, there is another terror attack in France, an attack at Nice, during the Bastille Day, the day French should celebrate their freedom and democracy, with more than 80 killed. Watching a video of the scene is so bloody and terrible. I've attached the link of that video. Please click with caution. I can't help but ask this. Why? Why always France? Since the Charlie Hebdo attack on January 2015, the most horrible attacks are always in France. Don't even mention that attack in Paris on November 13, 2015, with 130 killed. Surely, we are shocked with the ruthlessness and fanaticism of the attackers. According to local newspaper for the time being, he's a 31-year-old local man with Tunisian origin, another French citizen with Mideast origin, and other person with hatred and ill will.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
Once again, he's not a member of the newly arrived refugee, so Donald Trump, you can shut up. Therefore,
please don't come. Why you have to go from Turkey to Europe? Turkey is a safe country. Stay there. It's risky to come.
Shutting out the refugees can't stop the attack. It may be a problem within our society, and the religion can't catch up with the modern era. I can't help but think about the Boxer Rebellion at the turn of last century, a group of fanatics with the blessing of Chinese local myth and folk religion, the vision of a China without foreigners, plus the license to kill from the central government who refused to reform. According to one number, 105,000 were killed by the rebels, including 32,000 Chinese Christians and 200 missionaries.
The Empress Dowager had issued an edict that all white people were to be killed, and many had been killed, especially in the north, in Shandong, where men, women, and children, missionaries and business people too, had been killed. But we were so fortunate because we lived in the province of Jiangsu, and we had a very good viceroy, an intelligent man, and he knew that it was folly for the old empress to think that she could gain anything by killing the missionaries and the business people, because there would be terrible retribution. And so he was so courageous as to insert a negative, a no, a not, into the imperial edict, so that it read, we were not to be killed. And that's what saved our lives.
The Empress of the Empire then waged war with the whole world. Sounds like the tense situation in the South China Sea. The ensuing invasion by 8 nations killed 10,000 more people. The war waged by Daesh is way more subtle, as part of their fight is not in the form of battles of 2 armies, but series of terror attacks on innocent civilians. For some other nations, there's only one, or at most 2, with a comparatively low casualties. Only France.
It is horrified. She's horrified by what has taken place.
And Turkey have serious and comparatively more terror attacks. For Turkey, it is not that surprising. For the location closer with the base of Daesh, as well as a repressive government and a closed society.
We can expect serious instability in Turkey, and this is just one new episode in a series.
But it's just one side of the story. Again, why always France? With almost 10% Muslim, France has the largest Muslim population all over Europe. Most of them are 2nd or 3rd generation from Algeria or Tunisia, the former colonies which is independent from France in the 50s or 60s. They are facing terrible discrimination in the nation. A study found that Muslims sending out resumes in hopes of a job interview had 2.5 times less chance than Christians. Most of them, as a result, doesn't get a decent job and is living at the edge of poverty. They have accumulated quite a field of anger towards the society. Furthermore, in the name of secularism, Muslim is not allowed to show their belief and practice their custom, like wearing hijab. Also, in the name of freedom of speech, they were freely attacked by the media, like Charlie Hebdo. Such attack doesn't enrage Christians and other faith population because they are accustomed to those attacks, and no such attacks mean no harm. Not the Muslim.
You have killed our women and our children, bombed our cities from afar like cowards, and you dare to call us terrorists?
The issue is not that simple as described in Hollywood movies like True Lies, as terrorists can be cultivated in one day.
You're fired.
Muslims needed to be understood and being given a chance to be success.
Like the girl who fled Afghanistan by donkey and camel and jet plane, and who remembers being greeted in this country by helping hands and the sound of robins singing. And today she serves in this chamber and in the cabinet because Canada is her home.
As the religion need to be modernized through the communication with the general society, it is a long and difficult task. The problem is how long the French will understand, and how many more French people will die needlessly before they understand that.